In this video, we talk about Amazon product launching using product variations in a little bit different way than I think you would expect. My guest is Guy Heretz from RPGECOM Amazon agency. You will find the link below to his company in the description. And enjoy these new strategies you will hear. And don't forget to subscribe, as always, to the YouTube channel of Orange Klik, because here we talk with different Amazon experts and software creators. Hello, Guy. It's nice to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself and let us know what you do in Amazon space?
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me. So my name is Guy from Israel, married with +1. I've been selling on Amazon since 2015. Started as a side job while I was working in the Israeli parliament. But slowly by slowly, I fall in love with e-commerce and especially with Amazon. Since then, I have a couple of private labels all around the world. I partnered with some friends that really boosted me forward. And then last year, I think in the early 2019, we decided to take one step further and also established several enterprises and companies.
All right. So you have a lot of experience. What you will be sharing with us in this presentation?
Well, actually, I'm really excited because I'm going to speak about a topic that I think nobody is talking about this, and it's a really unique one. And I especially personally didn't heard anyone ever speaking about product variations. And when people are thinking about product variations, they think it's just another tool to diversify my product. But we and my partners really took it as a strategy and developed it through the years, and you will be learning lots of interesting things about variations and how it can help to scale your business.
All right, very interesting for this to hear this VIP session, which first time in the world. All right, so let's jump to the slides.
Okay, so the topic, of course, will be launching and getting reviews by using product variations. As we know, in the end, this is the most important thing for the sellers. How to launch, how to get reviews, and how to sell even more. So let's start. This is another slide about me. I will just mention that the companies that I mentioned, the enterprises today, is different entrepreneurial digital online e-commerce enterprises, such as online digital courses, investment company, Amazon services agency, and so on. Lots of businesses aside of selling. So what we will cover is basically a little bit about variations for those who don't know what our variations are, and the important changes that Amazon did this year about this feature, how we take advantage of variations with different external tool variations programs such as ERP and Vine. And I will teach you how to build a family of variations in a smart, out-of-the-box tactic, and then how to launch it using all what we know. So let's start with what are product variations for those sellers that didn't heard about it or just heard about it but don't really know what are they. So here's a small example. Small, not very small. You can see it's a bestseller with lots of reviews, but I just took a Skechers sports shoes and I wanted to show you that there are different sizes here and there are different colors, and each size and each color is a variation of this Skechers model. So this is actually a double variation because you have also a size and also a color theme here, but you also have different other variations themes. Let me show you here. You have, for example, this is again a color variation of the silicone set. You can see here that there's many different colors. Here is an interesting one. It's a smell theme. So you can have a oil or a shampoo with lavender and then hibiscus. It's also different themes. And of course, as I mentioned, the double variations and even sometimes even triple variations for size, color, and even something else. So it's mainly for diversifying the options for the seller, for the buyers to buy and choose something that suits them best. There are lots of tips on how to do variations. I will not go through all the tips because you can stop the record, of course, the presentation and then read. But I will just mention that before we even start to speak about variations, it's very crucial for you to understand how to build variations that are completely compliant with Amazon terms of service. And this is the main change that was today and this year by Amazon. Many sellers one day that had variations found their variations and their reviews were splitted. And this is because Amazon one day just decided to start to be the bad cop, trying to see who is really build a family variation that is according that its task and not. So that many are being splitted, and in Amazon way of thinking, if it's not really a variation, as we will show now, you will not enjoy the merged reviews and the merged info. So it's important that you will read it. And just to show you an example of a bad variation, if you want to do a sample of, let's say, a bundle of bath products, so if you have a gel, a shampoo, and a sand powder, even though it's for the same purpose, it's different products. Even t-shirt that you will say, okay, I have two t-shirts, one with short and one with long sleeves, but it's a different product because of the sleeves. Of course, the plates, you can have small plates for dinner and salad, smaller plates, but again, you got a point. But if you're not sure, I prepared for you here several questions that you can ask yourself, and if by answering those questions, you will understand if your variations are eligible or the future variation that you want to launch are eligible. So are the products fundamentally the same? If yes, perfect. Could the product share the same title? If not, it's a problem, because by Amazon, they see it like this. If you have a shirt, you don't need to have a different title for the variations, because if you choose a theme of a color, when you add the variations, you will have in brackets the color of the shirt in the end of the title. So Amazon will add the theme of the variation. Do the products vary only in a few specific ways that do not alter the core essence and nature of the item? Or with other words, is it the same product? So again, if it is, it's suitable for product variations. And last question, would customers expect to find these products together or on a single product detail page? So if they will obviously want to see it in one listing, so it answers your question that your variations are legible. Important note, for those sellers that already have variations, and there will be a lot of sellers here looking with variations that will hear this presentation, it's important that you will recheck your variations if it's according to Amazon TOS before you apply any changes by the strategy that I'm doing here, because sometimes you don't want to awaken the dead, as we say. Because many of the sellers that build variations 3 years ago, 1 year ago, maybe their variations are not eligible to the according new TOS, but Amazon did anything about their listing yet. But once you do any changes, it will just raise a red flag for them to go and check your variations. So it's important you to check it. And for those who are launching or will launch after my, hopefully after my presentation, new variations, you need really to think well about and plan your variations, mainly in the sourcing process. Like when you speak with suppliers, just ask them to see in the catalog if they have other sizes, other colors, other variations of the same product that you are interested in to launch, and just plan your variations before you go and do something that I will be showing here. So let's speak about creation of product variation, but in a smart way. So usually this is how looks product variation hierarchy. If you don't know how and the logic of behind the variation, so this is for you. Usually when we have different childs, we call it childs, let's say blue, red, and white, Those are the variations, but they're all connected to one SKU, one parent, and all together, they build the family variations that we call it like this. So this is only for you to understand the terminology of parent, child, and family that I will be using next in the slides. So when we add the product on Amazon, usually what 99% of the sellers are doing, and this is what I want to show you not to do today, is creating right away the parent async with the child's from scratch. So they launch the product already built as a family variations by going to the tab of the variations, choosing the variation theme like you see here, and then go and launch it. So here I want to show you a different strategy and saying to you that please do not do that. If you want to test my strategy, you should go and create each product child as a standalone product first, okay? And why? Because you want to take advantage of the new programs that Amazon offer you. And this is the ERP, Early Reviewer Program, and the Vine program that I will show you right now. For those who don't know what are those programs, so you can find them in your Seller Central under advertising. Early Reviewer Program is open for all the sellers, and it basically says, pay us $60, and this is Amazon saying, yes, pay us $60. I will give you 5 reviews. I will ask 5 genuine buyers that will buy your products to leave you a review. And once you get the first review, I will charge you $60, and you can get up to 5. By the way, I got even 6 and 7 in some cases. But this is how you get reviews by this program. And the Vine program, it's for the brand registry, but I will explain it in the next slide. So what you see here, and the idea is if you will launch the family variations right away with a couple of SKUs, then you will get what you see here below, the family with 2 SKUs. And then you get like 5 reviews for the entire family. Instead of that, what I'm trying to say that if you will enroll your standalone variations as standalone asins, then you can get 5 reviews for each child. And this is just multiply it, okay? If it was like that, 3 variations in one family, if you will do that as always, you will get 5. In this case, you will get 15 reviews. And it's really important when you want to launch a new product. So once you, so all this is only to enroll the variations separately before we add them to one family. And so this is the right way to do that. You get the standalone SKUs, you enroll them, and then we can move on. This is how the Vine program looks. Well, Vine program, if you don't know, it was you needed to pay for this program a couple of months ago, and a lot of money. And Amazon decided to open it for all the brand registered sellers. So now it's open. You can enroll up to 5 products. And basically what Amazon does is that they're using their Viners community. Those are bloggers and reviewers, very professional reviewers, and they ask them to give them their opinion about your product, and then you can enroll up to 30 products. It's a free program, so if you launch just now, you can enroll each product, right? You have 0 reviews. You can enroll 30 products. You don't need to do anything. Amazon will take out of your inventory and will send to the Viners, and you will get a review. If you have, for example, not a new product, you have 10 reviews in a product, then you can enroll only 20 products. So up to maximum to 30 products. And a very important note about the Viners, that you need to be very careful with the product that you're launching in the matter of quality, because the Viners are really, really professional reviewers. If they like your product, and if your product is good and perfect and high quality, they will really love you, 5 stars, even sometimes a video and photos, and will write more than 200, 300 words. But if you are, sorry for the language, if you have a shitty product, they will really, really, really kill you with one 1 star and very, very bad review. So this is like a professional tip for you, and keep it in mind. So in several notes about the program, if you don't have a brand registry, you may create the family right after enrolling all the child separately, as I mentioned. If you have brand registry, then you can take advantage also of the Vine program. And just keep in mind that this is running for 90 days for each product. And this is only available once you have inventory in, so only after your SKUs are active. If you have active variation family with less than 30 reviews, okay, let's say you don't have something new to launch, you just listen to me right now and you know you have 2 or 3 variations with, let's say, 10 reviews altogether. So you can delete the parent SKU that combines them, wait 24 hours for the separation, and then do exactly what I just showed you with the Vine and ERP. And that's because you have less than 30 reviews. And you can again regain these reviews and afterwards to add them all together to one family and merge everything together. Deleting the parent variation is case sensitive and must be done according to variation Amazon terms of service. But even then, the technical recreation might be challenging and will require some Amazon support intervention. In other words, don't panic if you are separating and you are not able to merge everything to one family. Sometimes it's just something technical, or you can get help by Amazon. And as soon as you write them and you have your variations perfectly, and as I mentioned, through Amazon TOS, you don't need to worry about anything. Amazon support will just help you in the technical thing here. So let's move on. Here is the timeline for creating the parent. Just a summary for you. We create separate SKUs, we do the spatial programs, and then we create the parent variation altogether. Another several things that you need to remember. When you add a single SKU to a new parent variation, it can usually overwrite all the information that you had on the listing. So it's really important to back it up. Also, another thing that happens is that the products are changing again from FBA to FBM. So just remember to reconvert them again to FBA as you usually do. And upon creating the family, if you don't see the merged reviews and everything, all the data are reflected on the listing, again, don't panic. Usually it takes time, up to 48 hours. And just for your extra knowledge, what happens in the organic search once you have variations? So Amazon will show buyers the best-selling child out of your family per keyword. Okay, so you can have black helmet, and then specifically the black helmet, if it was the best selling, it will appear. But in a very funny way, it can be also a pink helmet if you don't have the black helmet selling the best. So you need to remember that. So after we have everything enrolled in the Vine and ERP, now we can go and add a new product in the same way that you know how to do that with under the tab of the variations, adding the variation theme, and then in the next slide you can see actually the data entry that you need to do. So it's important just to add the childs here. Whenever I chose here black and white variations. So whenever you choose a product type, ID type, just choose asyn and put those informations and numbers of the childs under this new parent asyn. So it will just take all the information from those asyns. You're just saying to Amazon, hey, here I'm creating a new parent. This is the childs that I want to put under this parent. Please merge them. Now, it's all good that we did everything that we did by now, but of course it will not sell. You will not sell well if other things will be not perfect, not less than perfect in your listing. So what I wanted to show you here is the puzzle, this funny puzzle that I made here, that builds your conversion. So your listing will convert only if you will understand that your conversion rate is just one big puzzle with a lot of pieces that you need. This is your responsibility of the sellers, that each piece of this puzzle will be not less than perfect. Okay, if you don't have a lot of budget to do a video, it's okay, it's understandable, but just know yourself that a video might help you to increase the conversion. Okay, if you do a copy and SEO with a service provider on Fiverr for $5 from Pakistan, sorry, I just mentioned it from bad experience of myself, but it happens. Don't expect, to have a perfect English native speaking slang written listing. And in other words, what I want to say, that if you save money on your listing, don't expect to make any money afterwards from selling, because you really need everything to look perfect. And the two pieces that are standouts here in the puzzle are the price and the product photos, because for me, this is the most crucial things. Of course, also the reviews are important and the PPC, everything is important, but product photos in e-commerce, and especially in Amazon, this is your window. This is your window shop. And if it will not look like $1 million, and I had already a presentation with Augustas here on Orange Klik about that. So you should really invest in this part first, okay? Because this is what really drives the sales and raises the conversion rate. And price is because, well, you need to have the best margins. In the end, this business is about business. It's about making money. It's about numbers. It's about Excels. It's about margins. So if you are not really priced well, so it doesn't matter what you will do here, you will not survive in this business. So it's really important to maintain all these pieces on the highest level as a seller on Amazon. And this is the hard work usually. And then everything that you do, also the strategy that I'm teaching right now, will work perfectly. So now we have everything set and we have the products, and we want to think about the pricing. Okay, so I will introduce you with something that we call Amazon pricing funnel. And this is our unique strategy of thinking, and hopefully that you will understand it. So let's take the helmet here, and let's say that you're a buyer that looking for a helmet, and you don't have a personal taste for what color do you want right now. You just know that you want a helmet. That's it. And you see these different products, okay, $49.99, $44.99, and $39.99. If nothing else is important and you just look for a bargain, okay, what will you click on? So it's really differs, but usually people will see the same reviews, right, in the variations for the orange color, for the blue color, and for the black color. So they will want to see the affordable variation. So they will go for the $39.99 because this is the best offer that they see right now. And price is really, really important, crucial point in the decision making. So if we put it in a Libra and trying to understand what is more important in this purchase decision process, so here's the price. Okay, this is for those who look for a bargain on Amazon. And then it's really important to build your funnel with different prices. Okay, and when you do that, you need to ask yourself and take into consideration several strategy points. Okay, which color or which size, which variation I want to be the cheapest and why? So should it be like the most converting? Should it be the one with the largest margin? What will be the most expensive and what will be the most cheapest variation? Maybe sufficient stock. Okay, maybe I have lots of stock in the black color and right now I want to sell more of the black color. I will make it this product variation as the cheapest. So it's important to think a little bit more about the pricing, not only about your margins, but a little bit more of strategy thinking. And this is only because if you do that pricing funnel, and I will explain you in a moment how it looks in the end, you can utilize PPC in a different way. And let me explain. So we always will usually start with the same price strategy, right? Because not all of you can answer those questions, right? Which variation I will sell the best, because you just launch. Okay, so this slide is mainly for those who will launch a new variation family, but it's also suitable for those who already know their best-selling variation. So it's a good practice when you don't know which child will convert best. And in this case, we will create each campaign with all the products, all the variations included in the ad sets. Okay, I don't separate the campaigns for each product. I create a campaign, and in the ad sets, I put all the variations there. Okay, we run the PPC for 30 days, minimum of 30 days. You know that Amazon loves collecting data. So of course, we check and we monitor the relevance and the sales. As far as it goes with the relevance is the CTR, click-through ratio, and the sales, of course, is the conversion rate. The monitoring is in order to determine the best performing child before we move to the one leading product pricing strategy. Okay, and this is something that may cost, because running 30 days without knowing, which variation will sell the best can be pricey. But hey, launching products in 2020 and 2021 soon is not cheap. So even if you are in this business, you should know it by now. But this is, and you will understand the logic behind it in a few seconds. This is a really interesting strategy. So after we found the best-selling products, great. Okay, now we lower its selling price by not more than 10% each day until you get to your lowest profitable break-even price. Okay. So let's speak about those helmets, $39.99. Okay, I have been selling those colors for 30 days. I saw that the black color is selling the best. Okay, and I have the margins now, and I want now to drive traffic only for the black one because it's the best-selling one. Is also usually the one that will rank organically and be ahead in the organic positions from all of the other childs. And we will lower it, and now you understand what will happen when we lower the price. You will sell even more, and you get even more impressions and even more clicks on this child. What we do now is disabling all the other SKUs in the existing campaigns that we created 30 days ago, leaving only those of the chosen SKU, the black helmet. What happens now that we do PPC only for that child that we know that sells the best, that has the most impressions, the biggest conversion rate, and the relevance is great. And here you also save on PPC, but you also will create this great funnel inside your listing once you get this traffic to your listing. So, of course, it's important to track your profits and try to increase prices for the other products until you find the sweet points at where you have the best sales to profit ratio. So you took the black helmet, you lower it, let's say, by $10 to $29.99. But in the same way, I want you to increase the other variations slowly by slowly until you see that your BSR and your conversion rate doesn't hurt lots. But what will happen here that you will sacrifice the black helmet because that you pay the supplier the same price. The buyer don't know that. You paid $5 for all the colors for the suppliers. So you can do whatever you want with the pricing. The buyer will not know that. But you then create inside the listing kind of a premium variations where you do the real money. And this is how it looks once they get inside your black helmet, right? They saw your ad or you saw your offer in an organic search, and it was a really great one, right? Because you have already those almost almost 50 reviews from the ERP and the Vine that we teach you how to do that. And you can do it really in a month since you launch everything. And you have this great price. And now they get inside your listing and see these other colors for $49.99 and $54.99. And then you start to negotiate with a different kind of buyers on Amazon. Those that have their purchase decision process is a little bit different. So maybe they will buy the black variation helmet because their purchase decision from before is about price, is about a good bargain. So, okay, you're still profitable there. You have no problem with them buying your black helmet because it's a sell. You're profitable there and it drives you more organic positions. But for those buyers that want to personalize their helmet, let's say I'm a teenage 18 years old girl that want to buy a pink helmet, and pink helmet is like double in price, but I really want the pink one. So what will happen then? She will personalize her purchase inside your listing. She will turn to the other pink child and will buy that one. And this is, in this way, you create other offers inside your main offer. You can even add more cross-selling strategies here. I didn't mention it here in the slides, but I will just mention one, a cross-targeting campaigns, for example. You can do a campaigns and target yourself, different childs. And that one, what will happen that the other ads inside your listing will be also yours of the same child. So there's a lot of things and maneuvers that you can do here, but hopefully you understood the main strategy. And just to summarize everything here, so you're the buyer, you put a bicycle helmet, for example, a keyword, you search on Amazon, you see those many results and products, but you see this low price, really attractive product, my black helmet. You choose that, okay, you click on it either through a PPC ad or if you start organically, you get into my product page, but then you see other options and other childs, and usually it will be pricier, and then you buy. So if you want the black, no problem. If you want something pricey, pay double. In the end, it works. And here is an example of a really new variation family that we launched a couple of months ago. You can see here exactly what I just taught you. So you see the low price leading child variation. Of course, it will have the most sales because it's the cheapest. And usually you will have more sales there. You see here 15, 16 sales, but the profit margin is really low, right? 17%. But again, this is the strategy. See the other five variations here. What happens then? You see that they have only between 2 to 5 sales, but look at the profit margins, 34 till 41 profit margins. And sometimes you get the same volume of sales in the sales amount in the net profit as much as the low price leading variations from just fewer sales. So in this strategy, you get your money and you do your money, and it's a nice money here, right? For one day, 30 plus bucks, why not, for a new product? And only by doing that strategy, we didn't do anything else. No giving giveaways, no Facebook groups, no many chats, nothing. Just doing that strategy that I taught you here, and it makes money. You just show yourself as a big brand with a lot of options on your shelf, and you offer your offers for different people that have different decision-making processes, but they can find everything they want in your listing. So once we did that, we can enhance the experience, right? We can move forward now and do even more. So this is nothing new for you. You know, everything that is written here, you can do, and you know about it, but you can enhance your offer even more by putting coupons and promotions and Prime exclusive discounts, which is a new discount offer on Amazon, and take this black helmet and enhance even more its visibility in the search engine. And it's really important to do more, just, you know, not only PPC, not only day by day going to your listing and checking everything. So that's why I mentioned also the inserts with the QR code that you can put that can drive more reviews for you. You can do the email marketing that really actually works for you. And of course, the new request review button that you could see here, I gave some examples. You can use it manually, or today you have a lot of Chrome extensions that you can do that automatically, but it works really great, okay? They drive ratings, not reviews. Ratings are a bit less important when calculating your average, but still it shows as a star in your count, in your review count on the listing. So it's still important. And of course, here you can see different, how the coupons looks like. And in the green here, you can see the promotion on the offer itself. So it looks better. It's a green, it's a color, it catches the eye. So it enhances the visibility, as I mentioned. Insert products, I mentioned it. So this is an example of an insert that we use when we put in the product. And this is actually also will be available for you as a gift from me. And you see that it's nothing complicated here. You just need to put your info, your logos, your product, your QR code, and drive them wherever you want to drive them. And hopefully that will work great for you. So this, and also our follow-up emails templates that we use, and we use only 2 emails and very precise emails, and it works for us. It's a free bonus for you, and you can find it in the link here from Augustus. So that's it. This is how you can speak with us, ask us questions, join our community, and whatever you want. Hopefully that you learn the new strategy, out of the box strategy. It works for us. I believe it will work for you.
Those who are interested for the templates Guy mentioned, you will find the link below in the description of this video. And so my question is, so if I understood correctly, the black helmet is the cheapest because we wanted to convert the best, and this triggers the Amazon algorithm as a good, well converting product. And this is the idea, like kind of to attract the Amazon's traffic through algorithm, right?
Exactly. It's like you're fishing, right, in the sea. So you just throw your hook. This is the black helmet. If they buy the black helmet because they care much more about the price, so okay, no problem. It helps you to sell more of the black helmet. But if they prefer something else, once they're inside the listing, they can choose something else, and you make the really big profits from the other childs. Yes, exactly.
No, because logically I was thinking, why not to keep all the same pricing of all the helmets and just to drive traffic to them? But in your experience, the conversion metrics is worse, and then Amazon loves your product less, right? And then it doesn't work so well, the sales.
When you launch, you have this honeymoon period that Amazon called it. You have like nobody really knows how long it is, 1 month, 2 months, 2 weeks. But you need to show to the algorithm really quickly that you are here, and you sell. You want this snowball to start to roll. And this is how you do that, by offering one offer that is the most cool, the most attractive. And if you see all the helmets at $50, it would be really difficult to take them all up in the organic searches. But if you take all your concentration on one, so you then get, how we call it, a free traffic, not payable by PPC, and sales for other childs that are not ranked organically where the black helmet is.
All right. You said that to get first reviews, you need 30 days approximately, right? And honeymoon is, let's say, 1 month. But this strategy, you get first reviews without having a family, right? So it's like it takes time to set up everything and to start running PPC.
Sometimes I have products that even after a couple of months, the ERP and diviners are not delivering the reviews. So of course it's a case sensitive, but this is also important to, of course, this is not the only way to get reviews. We need to be familiarized with other options and other ways to get more reviews. But the idea is to drive traffic as fast as you can in order to get this equation of more sales, more reviews. Because in the end, this is the best reviews, the organic reviews, and this is just a calculation of numbers, the big numbers strategy. Sell more, get more reviews. So 30 days, it's like something that is our target when we launch. We want at least more than 10 reviews in the first month, because less than 10 PPC will not really convert well. So this is our target.
So do you recommend this kind of launching strategy for a total beginner who is preparing his first or her first product with variations?
Yeah, why not? Because it's all, in the end, it's about the product. You can even take, something really cheap. Just take, let's say, cables. Okay, you have cable. This one is a blue one. How much this will cost you in China? Maybe even 20, 30 cents if you buy a really big amount. But we all know that the first product, it's important not to risk a lot, so you can learn in your practical way of trip. And this is how you can do that, by just not getting inside with one product, but with several. It doesn't need to be expensive. If you have the money, okay, but I didn't mention which product, so it's up to you. But you can play with the sizes and the variations and get lots of products right away. And it looks much better if you have also a brand registry and a store, build your storefront, and looks much more serious.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. So one more time, what services RPGECOM, your agency, is offering to Amazon sellers, and how can they get in touch with you?
Well, RPGECOM is the leading PPC agency in Israel. So this is our bread and butter, as we call it. This is what we do best. But we also provide A to Z solutions for the sellers. We really specialize in 3D photos. We do really what we call the new generation of product photos in Amazon. We really have a nice process to do that. And of course, different management services from PPC to full management, technical service, consultation, and everything that you need in order to scale and sell well.
And how can they find you?
Well, if you go to Google or to Facebook and just click RPGECOM, usually you will get to us. But also if you want a direct link, so just drop us an email to office@rpgecom.com. That's it.
Thank you very much, Guy, and good luck in your business. Bye-bye. Did you enjoy this video? I do hope so. So don't forget to subscribe below to our YouTube channel for more videos. And now I would like to invite you to watch other video where we talk how to launch your product using Facebook and ManyChat advertising combination and sequences. So check this out.